Hey my love, welcome to my life. It's been a hot minute that I've not gone live. I want to first of all apologize for that. So today I'll be doing a makeup look, a full glam makeup look. So if you like makeup and you see that this is the topic that interests you, then continue watching. Now I'll first of all start with my face, because when I'm going fast, I like to start with my face. So my face is already prepped. This is my sunscreen that I'll be using. Yeah, I already did my skin prep. So after applying my sunscreen, I'm going to go in with a primer. I'm going to be using the Pro filter from Fenty Beauty. Hi, welcome to my life. I'm just going to rub that in. Hello JBK, thank you for joining me. So I'm just going to rub that in. You can see how moisturized that primer is. Then for my foundation today, I think I'm going to be using two foundations. My foundation today, I'm going to be using two foundations. I'm going to be using the Lancome foundation in the shade 445 and the True Match from L'Oreal. I think this is a shade, if I can see this, 16N. So I'm going to be using these two shades of foundation. See. Winnie. See, me importa. I need it. So now I'm just going to shake my foundation, because it's been for a while that I apply makeup. So you want to make sure that you shake your foundation, because most of the time it will settle at the bottom. Miss Moore, hi, welcome to my life. So I'm just shaking my foundation. I'm going to put a little bit at the back of my hand. Then I'll mix it with a L'Oreal foundation. I'm just putting just a little bit. So I have to mix this and see if it gives me my perfect shade. Yeah, I think this is perfect. You can see, you hardly see tell the difference between the foundation and my skin. So I think that was a perfect mix. Now, if you're just joining me, I'm mixing two foundation. I'm mixing the L'Oreal foundation and the Lancome foundation. These are the two foundation I'm mixing. I'm mixing these two. So this one is a little bit darker and this one is a little bit lighter. So when I mix the two, I get my perfect shade. Now, when you're looking for foundation, you want to always try to get 2 shades or 3 shades. So if it doesn't match, you can always mix. Because if you're buying foundation online, then most of the times it's difficult to get your perfect shade. Even though there are some brands that have shade finder that you can use, but in case you don't have, just try to get 2 shades or 3 shades, one lighter, one darker, and one medium shade to mix. Thank you for joining my life. Please power tap as you join me. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. So after blending my foundation, after blending the foundation with the brush, I'm going to take a damp sponge. This is a damp sponge. I'm just squeezing out any excess water from it. Then you just gently tap to smoothen that product out. Please guys, power tap your screen for me. Help me to like the video. Now after I finish blending my foundation, I'm going to start applying my concealers. I think today I'll be using the NYX concealer. So I'm going to be using these two concealers. You can see that one is lighter and the other one is a little bit darker. Now with the dark shade, I'll first of all apply that under my eyes, just a little bit. Then with my finger, I'm going to press that in. Now this concealer dries up so fast. I'm just using my finger to make sure I blend everything in. Muchas gracias, Millie. So I'm just trying to cover up my under eye. Then I'll go in with the NYX. I'm just applying that in here to brighten up that area. Justin, hi, thank you for joining me. Then I'll apply it on the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, so after I apply that, I'm going to let that sit for a while. While I let that sit, I'll start doing my brows. Now for the brows, you want to use a gel or a pencil. This is the one I'm using, is from Lancome, the waterproof. Then you need a brow brush or a spoolie. Now I'll just go ahead and brush my own hairs upward like that. After I finish brushing it, please guys, power tap your screen for me. After I finish brushing, I'm going to take my pencil. You want to be light-handed, especially if you have a pencil that is very pigmented, especially if you have a pencil that is very pigmented like this one. This one is so pigmented, so you want to be light-handed. And after I do that, I'll just fill that the back part of it in. I'll just fill it. So after I fill that in, I'm going to take a brow. I'm going to take an eyeliner like this, and I'm going to make hair-like strokes. Now we just want that to look cruise high. Welcome to my life. We just want that to look natural, so don't press it too hard. So now I'm going to conceal my brows. To conceal your brows, now I'm going to conceal my brow. To conceal your brows, you need a flat brush like this and your concealer. Now, you want to go in with, I'll be using the 2-shade concealer that I use under my eyes. I'll go in with the light shade first. This is the light shade, the concealer. This one is from NYX. I'm just going to take a little bit of the product. Irem, hi, from Germany. Hello. Now I'm taking a little bit, then I'm going to concentrate that on the outer end of the brow. I'm running out of this. Thank you. Please guys, give me some thumbs up. Help me to thumbs up the live. Thank you for joining my live. If you're watching me on YouTube, please help me to watch at least 1 minute so the live can be suggested to more people. Please help me out. Now I'm just pulling down the excess. Now when you're drawing your brows or you're concealing your brows, you want to take your time. Don't be in a hurry. This is one process, one step that takes most of their time in makeup, your brows and your eyeshadow, because that is where eyes will go first before they check if your makeup is flawless, if your foundation is flawless. So they're going to first of all look at your eyes before they look at your face. So you want to take your time. You want to take your time on your eye makeup. Okay, now my concealer has been there for a while. I'm going to blend this out. Now I'm going to use a brush because I don't want to pick up a lot of product. When you use a sponge, you pick up a lot of product. So I'll first of all use a brush so I can keep my product in before, in case I need to blend with a brush, with a sponge, then I use a sponge. But first of all, I'm going to use my brush. Okay, I used these two concealers. This one, oh my god. Let me close that. I used the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, this one. Pepe, thank you for joining me. I use this one. Okay, you can screenshot it. I use this one. Then I also use this one. This one is from a Nigerian brand. I think they are on Instagram. I don't know if you can see this well. This one is a Nigerian brand. They are on Instagram. You can check them out. It's called Nuban. Those are the two I use. Yuris, hi, welcome to my life. It's been a hot minute. So one thing I always say is immediately you finish blending your concealer, set it immediately, because when you leave it, you know, a concealer start creasing fast. So immediately you blend, you want to set it up before it start creasing. Even though it will crease no matter what, it's keen. Your face, you're moving your face is moving. I think it's 11. I think it's 11. I don't know. When I got it, I think it was 11. It's been a long time. So I'm just tapping. If you check on their website, you can find it. So I'm just gently tapping that. And for the powder I'm using the banana powder from Fenty Beauty. So you want to just tap to set. And I'm working with a little bit of product at a time. Because you know, in makeup, less is more. You don't need to pack a lot of makeup of powder. It creases up fast. So work with little at a time. Then you can add if necessary. Now I'm setting my powder because I'm not going to be using a liquid product, any liquid product again. Like for blush and contour, I'm going to use powder blush. One thing I forgot to do is to correct the top of my eyebrow. So I forgot to correct the top of my eyebrow. Thank you. I live in Spain. I'm 40. I'm 40 years old. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the foundation I used to conceal the top of my brow. This is just going to give me blend easily into my makeup. I was supposed to do this before I use powder. I'm going nowhere. So I'm just setting up. I'm setting the areas where I apply the concealer. Now I'm going to use a powder puff like this. Yeah, I do my makeup at random. I don't go anywhere. I'm going to apply some powder in here because I want to do my eyeshadow. So I'm going to drop some powder here. This is just for the case that when I have fallout, it will be easy to clean it up. So now for my eyeshadow. For your eyeshadow, you want to start with a base. You want to make sure that you have a base. This is the one I'm using. Thank you, Irem. Thank you so much. This is the one I'm using. You want to make sure that you have a base when you're doing your eyeshadow. So I'm going to apply my base first. Right. After applying my base, after applying the base, I'm going to use the brush that I use in blending my concealer to blend that. after doing that, I'm going to take the clean side of the sponge to just gently blend that up. So for the eyeshadows, these are the 3 brushes I'm going to be using. You want something smaller like this, then you want like in between, then you want a fluffy brush like this to use it to blend it. So use it to blend your shadows. Now for the eyeshadow part, I'm going to be using the Rain palette, this one from Be Perfect Cosmetic. And I'm going to take this dark brown, this shade in here. I'll use this small brush to pick that up. Then you want to always make sure that you blend. There are no creases on your foundation, on your eyes before you go in with the shadow. Make sure that you blend that out before you touch the shadow on it. If not, it's going to sit in that and crease up, and your eyeshadow is not going to look nice. So I'm going to try to concentrate this color above the crease. I'm just gently tapping. The reason I'm gently tapping is because the base is still wet. So if you go and start blending, you're going to move the base around, and you don't want that. So you want to gently make sure that you gently tap your product. Always make sure that you blend before you apply your shadow. Now that I already have the base set, I'm going to start gently blending in a circular motion. So now I'm going to grab this shade, this one right here. I'm still going to use the same brush. Then with this shade, I'm going to apply it a little bit above to give me kind of a transition over there. Always make sure that you're going with a little product at a time. Blend, then you can go ahead and add. Now if you see that your first shade is fading away, you want to go back into it and try to bring that back in. Because it will be a waste if you apply a particular shade and at the end of the look you can't find it. And if you take a look, you can see that here the two shades are actually showing. That's what you want to do. Then for the darker shade, we are taking it, lifting it a little bit up because we're going to be cutting the crease. And when you cut the crease, most of the time, part of that is going to go. So you want to carry it up a little bit. But if you're someone that has a bigger lid space, you don't need to carry it to right up. Just leave it down. Now I'm going to use an ear cotton to kind of clean where I want to cut my crease. Now to cut your crease, you want to use you can go ahead and use the same base you use. Plastic Nation, hi. You can go ahead and use the same base, or you can use any base of your choice. So I'm going to use the Elegant Pro Concealer for that. I'm using this because it works for me. It works for me, and when something works, you have to appreciate it. Now, when you're cutting the crease, you want to make sure that you take a generous amount of product. When you take a good amount of product, your crease will always come out right. And a flat brush. One is higher than the other. You have to shape the other one. So to set that up, I'm going to go into the Disney palette from can you get moderator? So I'm going to go into this Disney palette from Morphe. I need something that is the color of the base. So I'm going to take this one to set up there. So I'm going to use that shade to set up the concealer, like to set up the crease area. And what I'm doing is I'm just tapping, because the product, the base is still wet, so you don't want to start dragging that around. I don't know what you mean. You want to be my moderator? I don't understand. Is that what you mean? So I'm just gently tapping that in to set that up. Okay, you can be my moderator. I don't know how they said that on YouTube. I don't know. What do they do? What do moderators do? Now, you see lines in here, right? You don't want to put your product on that line. You don't want to set that. So just go ahead and tap again. To make sure that you get rid of the lines, the creasing line, before you set your eyes. You want to go make sure that you get rid of the lines. Don't ever and ever and ever set your eyes that you have that is creasing up. It's going to be difficult to fix that. So okay, now I'm going to start applying on the outer corner. I'm still going to use the same colors. I'm still going to use the same colors, which will be this one, these two. Then I'm going to take a little bit of this. So I'm going into the darker one first. Ah, is that what it means? Okay. Well, I don't think you need to you don't need to block them. Don't block them. The more they put comments, the better for me. Because even if they are putting but negative comments, for now I don't really care. Okay, because their comments help me. The more bad comments, I don't really care. They put bad comments, it helped me. So don't block anyone. You can tell them whatever you want to tell them in the comments, but don't block them because I need those bad comments. They don't know. They are blocked. They are doing sending me bad comment. I'm catching eye out. Irem, I don't know. That question you can ask YouTube. YouTube does a thing. Sometimes it will give you a lot of people watching, sometimes it wouldn't. So like actually guys, I've been using just one brush. I didn't even notice, but I think I'm liking the result. Yeah. Now I'm going to take the second shade. The second shade, which is this one. And you want to just gently pull that back like that. Please guys, let's power tap our screen. Those on TikTok, please power tap for me. No, I don't live in England. I live in Spain. So this shade, we are going to just try to drag it a little bit. And trying to get them to blend. You can see how smooth that blend is. You don't want to have a line between the first shade and the second shade. Yeah, I do speak Spanish. So you don't want to have a line between the first shade and the second shade. So you need a blend, like a transition into from one shade to the other. So that's why I'm kind of sliding it a little bit like that. Or you want to do this, like you're pulling it in or you're pulling it, dragging it out. So this will make, it will not deposit too much product on the edge. It's going to make the edge so smooth. So you want to add your colors until you're satisfied. Now, I don't know if I should just leave this was not actually the eye look I was going for. I wanted something with glitter, but I think I'm loving this. I think I'm loving this. I think I'm loving this look. So what do you guys think? Should I use glitter or shimmer. Because I think I'm loving this matte look. Lena, thank you. So guys, let me know, what do you think? Should I apply some shimmer, or should I just leave it matte like this? So to make this outer corner smoky enough, I'm going to use a little bit of black. I'm going to use this. I'm just going to take a little bit because black goes a long way. If you're not careful, it's just going to cover the entire eyeshadow. So if you're using black to smoky your shadows, just tap it a little bit, just a little bit. I don't even know where I kept it. Más detrás. No, esta. Más detrás. Sí. So guys, what do you think? I think I'm leaving it like this. I'm leaving it matte. I'm not going to put glitter on it. It's giving me what is given. So now with the clean brush that I've not used before, I'm going to take that shade, the shade I use in setting. So I'm going to take this shade. Is that it? Yeah. I'm going to take this shade, then I'll mix it with a little bit of this to set that, to finish the look. think that's enough. So at this inner corner of my eyes, I'm going to put a little bit of shimmer in there. So now I'm going to draw my liner. I'm still going to use the same. This is the one I'm using. This is the Make It Big from Morphe. Like when you have hooded eyes, you have a problem with liner. Eh? So now I'm just using the puff to set this area where I apply a little bit of concealer to shape the eyeliner. So today I'm going to put a half lash. This is the one I'm using. I'm not going anywhere with this makeup, so I'm not going to be wasting a full lash on this. I'll first of all prepare my lashes before I apply my mascara. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of glue on the lash. Then I'll keep that aside for it to set. To warm up my face, I'm going to be using this bronzer. Hola, desde Brazil. So I'm just going to apply that just to warm up my face with it. In these areas, I'll normally apply contour, then set it. But today I'm just going to do dry. So now I'm going to just apply a little bit of product under my eyes. I'm going to use a small brush like this because I want that only on the waterline, so I'm not going to bring it right down. I don't know if I should go with the bigger lashes because with this look, it just make it seem as if I don't have lashes on. So I'll go ahead and apply some mascara. So while I let that dry, because we need to cover up this space, I'm going to let that dry while I apply my blush. I'll go into the palette that I use and grab this shade here. I'm going to use that for my blush. Then I like to take my blush right up to where I have my brows end. Hi, Daily, thank you for joining me. So you want to pick up a pressed powder. This is the one I'm using. You want to pick up a pressed powder with a fluffy brush like this. You want to go ahead and tap on it. Now we'll just use this to set the entire face, then buff the face with it. So go ahead and use some highlight. Okay, this must be dry by now. Okay guys, I'll go ahead and do my lip makeup. I'm just getting rid of any product that I had on my lips. So after you finish lining your lips, making your lip, you want to try as much as possible to clean it up, to clean the corners of your lips. So I'll go ahead and set my face using this Sephora Beauty Amplifier, this one. Lip glosses. So after setting your face, you want to see that it's kind of greasy, like it look oily. So you need to use your powder puff. You need to use this. You don't need to add any product on it. Just tap. too bright. I'm going to add a little bit of product, the pressed powder, and just tap that on it. Dame la cosa a la... No, yeah. Just finishing up, just going to use the spoolie to brush up my brows. Like that. So like this is the final look. So let me know what you think. And I'll see you in the next live video. Bye bye.